Hello and welcome to Lunchtime News. And now moving on to your headlines. Patients severely inconvenienced due to a strike launched by the minor staff of the National Hospital. A foreigner arrested for attempting to illegally smuggle conch shells. White House takes North Korea's threat seriously but has not seen any sign of Pyongyang mobilizing military forces. And now moving on to your stories in detail. Patients have been severely inconvenienced due to a strike launched by the minor staff of the National Hospital. The patients complained that they had been standing in queues from early this morning, but the staff had not been attending to their duty. And now moving on to your next local. A Chinese national who was attempting to smuggle a stock of conch shells out of Sri Lanka has been arrested at the Katunayake airport. Customs Director Leslie Garmini said the suspect was arrested last night when he was attempting to return to China.
The Chinese national was taken into custody in the departure lounge of the Katunayake airport at around 10 last night. Customs Director Leslie Garmini said that 9 rare conch shells which were in his possession were taken into custody. The conch shells are worth around 1.5 million rupees. Leslie Garmini also said that the Chinese national is a 23-year-old who has a work permit in Sri Lanka.
Moving on, the Ministry of Higher Education states that over 2,500 appeals have been received from students who have gained university entrance this year.
Director General of Student Affairs at the Ministry of Higher Education, Kirti Suranjit Mawallage, says that these appeals will be addressed before the Sinhala and Tamil New Year. The Director General notes that the majority of the appeals are related to university transfers and changing courses. Kirti Suranjit Mawallage adds that 26,944 students who passed the 2011 GC Advanced Level examination gained university entrance this year.
Meanwhile, Pakistan Foreign Secretary Jalil Abbas Jilani is due to arrive in the island on the day after tomorrow on an official visit. Secretary to the Ministry of External Affairs Karuna Tilaka Amunagama says that the Pakistani Foreign Secretary will be in the island for 2 days. The Ministry of External Affairs notes that the reason for the visit is to strengthen bilateral ties between the countries. Pakistan Foreign Secretary Jalil Abbas Jilani will hold discussions with several high-ranking government officials, including Minister of External Affairs Professor G.L. Pieris. And now we have an update on a local that we brought you earlier on. Patients have been severely inconvenienced due to a strike launched by the minor staff of the National Hospital. The patients complained that they have been standing in queues from early this morning, but the staff had not been attending to their duties.
The minor staff of the National Hospital were engaged in a strike from yesterday. The patients complained that they were severely inconvenienced due to the situation. When we inquired, Director of the National Hospital Anil Jasinger stated that the strike commenced as a result of a staff member being transferred due to interrupting officers during an investigation conducted by the Ministry of Health in 2009.
The Health Ministry officials have not responded until now. They are following a strict policy. We informed the Health Ministry officials to take measures to solve this from this hospital alone, but they did not express interest. That shows that they don't care about the patients. If the staff are outside, then all operations will come to a standstill. We received a communique from the Secretary of the Ministry of Health a number of days ago ordering the release of the individual from serving at this hospital. When I received such an order from the Ministry of Health asking me to release him from his duties, then there is nothing else I can do. And in some news just in, the Democratic Party held its first media briefing today after the party was registered. The Democratic Party, led by former Army Commander Sarath Fonseca, was accepted as a legitimate political party by Elections Commissioner Mahinda Deshapriya yesterday.
Miccācara veramani sikkhapadang samadhiyāmi. ලියාපදිංචි වීම නිමිත්තෙන් කවුරු
And moving on to your sports news, Moores Sports Club and SSC qualify for the finals of the Interclub Tier A 3-day cricket tournament. SSC and Moores qualify for the finals after topping their respective groups in the tournament.
The ninth and final week of the tournament ended yesterday. 20 teams competed in the tournament under two groups this season. Moores SC were placed at the top of Group A after their 7-runs win over Panadura SC in their final group encounter. SSC, who registered a first innings win over then table toppers Tamil Union, claimed the top spot in Group B. SSC skipper Thilana Kanthambi registered the highest individual score by a player this season by scoring 340 runs in a match. The finals between SSC and Moores will be a 4-day encounter played at the SSC grounds in Colombo commencing from the 5th of this month.
And now moving on to some football news. Paris Saint-Germain and Barcelona yesterday said that they respected each other ahead of their Champions League quarter-final first leg tonight, but each remained confident in their own game.
Barcelona, having recovered from a first leg stumble in their last 16 tie against AC Milan to qualify for the last 8, 4-2 on aggregate, are widely considered favourites to win the trophy for the 4th time in 8 seasons at Wembley in May. The match will be an occasion for a first-class clash between former Barca player Zlatan Ibrahimovic, now the star of PSG, and Barca's World Player of the Year Lionel Messi. Barcelona's David Villa said it would be difficult to stop Ibrahimovic, but he was confident of a win. Jordi Roura, assistant coach for Barca, also praised Ibrahimovic's qualities, but said the club wouldn't change tactics because of him. Barca coach Tito Vilanova should return to the dugout on Tuesday after cancer treatment. PSG, who saw off Valencia in the last 16, believe this could be a turning point in their climb to the peak of the European game. The wealthy French club under experienced coach Carlo Ancelotti are on course for their first domestic title for 18 years, as well as being in the last 8 of the Champions League after an 18-year absence. PSG's chances were boosted when Ibrahimovic was freed to face his former club after a 2-match ban imposed because of his dismissal at Valencia was halved. Ibrahimovic seemed to relish PSG's underdog status for the clash with World Player of the Year Lionel Messi and company, saying the two teams would fight for the ball.
More than 800 pieces of Hollywood history are about to hit the auction block during Julien's Auctions annual Hollywood Legends sale.
The items range from William Shatner's Star Trek rifle to a bra worn by Marilyn Monroe in Some Like It Hot. Star Trek fans will be eager to get their hands on the laser rifle Shatner used in the show's second pilot episode. The rifle predates the phaser popularized on the show. Want something a little more contemporary? How about the car from the recent production of the Green Hornet? It's expected to fetch between $40,000 to $60,000. Other notable items up for sale include a Munchkin hat from The Wizard of Oz and a Superman 4 suit worn by Christopher Reeve, estimated at $20,000 to $30,000. Another one of the interesting pieces to hit the block is a costume worn by Maureen O'Sullivan in the Tarzan franchise.
And the highlights include, of course, the outfit worn by Maureen O'Sullivan when she played Jane in Tarzan for a 10-year span from 1932 to 1942. The nice thing about that piece, it comes directly from Mia Farrow. I went to Mia Farrow's home to get that outfit. Mia Farrow, of course, is the daughter of Maureen O'Sullivan.
Well, that's all the news we have for you for lunchtime over here. I'm Madhushka Balasuriya. Join us again throughout the day for our 55 bulletin starting at 1:55. Have a very good afternoon.